Nothing like a good glass of refreshing water. I'm what you need. And you're watching my channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you like this video, please smash that like button and share the video on social media. You can also comment right now. This is a live stream on this video. Or if you're watching it later on, you can comment in the comment section below. You can also subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And you can also donate via Western Union or MoneyGram. Shout out to this subscriber who says hello. I love all my subscribers. Don't forget to smash the like button. Dom, what's up, my dude? All right, Dom in the building. Shout out to Dom. So as you can see, today we're going to talk about the topic of El Chino Maidana and his almost return to boxing. The guy looks really great, in great shape. The man has ridiculous form and shape. We expect big things from him. We're also going to talk about a specific thing I'm going to speak about concerning what Mayweather said to Devin Haney and what he was demonstrating to him and what Devin Haney had to do. And we're going to talk about that as well as we're going to talk about the last theme in boxing. And then we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about as well. So we'll spend about 30 minutes to an hour discussing these things, whatever topics you have. Shout out to Dom. Don't forget to smash the like button down if you like what you're seeing, and share the videos, as well as you can subscribe to my channel or donate via Western Union MoneyGram. So let's sit back and let's chill for a minute as we savor the beauty of boxing. We don't have to only talk about specific people. We can talk about many different topics in boxing, whatever you guys want to come up with. Ryan Garcia, Canelo versus Floyd and Devin Haney. We can talk about Jermell Charlo and some things that happened outside the ring. Jermell Charlo, a possibility of him facing Demetrius Andrade, or maybe a Canelo Alvarez, or maybe Benavidez. We're hearing talk like that. Of course, Chris Eubank Jr., he's also in the mix. So we could talk about that when it comes to the middleweight division, super middleweight division, light heavyweight division. We can also talk about, of course, current events with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, and the development on that. We can talk also, if we want to, a little bit about Canelo and the fact that Canelo has options in who he may face, and he might still face Billy Joe Saunders. So we can go through a plethora of topics, including Gervonta Davis and how he feels about Floyd Mayweather right now teaching Devin Haney. So we can go into many, many different topics, many, many different themes, as you think is best. But we're going to start off with Marcos El Chino Maidana. Then I will start to take questions from you guys. Dom says, Tank is my boy. Hey, Tank is exceptionally skilled and very, very God-gifted young man. So I can't say much more than that. All I say to him is, I will always say this to Gervonta Davis. If you have a mentor, and that mentor is suggesting something to you, you should take it very seriously, Tank. Very, very seriously. Okay? And, of course, you're your own man. You're a big grown man. You know what you need to do with yourself. But you must take it seriously. A guy like Floyd, who's been around, has made mistakes and stuff, if he tell you something or he suggests something to you, you should act on it. And even if you don't end up down in Vegas, which I hope you do, I hope you take that opportunity to get to Floyd. I don't care what you think, swallow your pride if you got to. And get down there and you train with him as well. Some of the stuff he's training Devin Haney to do is something that all trainers do. It's nothing new. But then there's other things that he's saying in there that are just gems. Okay, and I'll go through one of them. Dom says, I believe Gervonta will be number one pound for pound in the world. Not only will he possibly be number one pound for pound, but it's very possible that Tank may be the largest grossing superstar in boxing. So that's the way Mayweather Promotions is promoting Tank, and That's their boy. That's their piece of the pie. So I would not be surprised that they keep on doing what they're doing with Tank. You know, but Tank's his own man. Some of the stuff I said before, Floyd is doing with Devin Haney is something that Tank is very much aware of and he can do already. All right, so let's go back to what we're talking about. El Chino Maidana. There was 3 topics. I can't remember what the 3rd topic is, which is terrible because it's in the title. But anyway, I'm going to remember it as we go along. And Chino is back. I was watching the training sessions with Chino Maidana. You guys remember when Chino was like 200 pounds, right? And now the man looks streamlined. I mean, the man looks fit and he's moving fit. Like the guy is on the treadmill going backwards and forwards and sideways. He's jugging. He's making large lunges. I mean, the dude is doing it all. I was watching him go to the body and he's hitting with thudding, powerful shots that are just pushing the guy back. You know, I don't know, man. This might be the best Chino ever. So I'm looking forward to Chino, of course, having that experience, having faced the best of all time, Floyd Mayweather. And, you know, I was listening to my boy, the channel, the Champ Side. And Champ Side said, you know, Floyd Mayweather is at least the best of this generation. I was looking at Champ Side like Champ Side afraid to say he's the best ever. Well, I'm going to say for Champ Side, he is the best ever. Okay, he's TBE. Okay, like I don't play with that. Like he is. Okay. I've done my series on Floyd Mayweather TBE, and I'm telling you, man, that's what I believe. I believe the man is better than anybody else throughout history of boxing. A lot of people want to dispute with me. They really can't dispute with me. You listen to them very carefully, and they say, "Oh, we exclude skills. We're just talking accomplishments." And I'm like, you're still not going to match up with the accomplishments. I mean, until you find a fighter that has fought more than 22 world champions, until you find a fighter that has been world champion for 19 years, until you find a fighter that has been through 5 divisions of 5 weight classes, faced all the Hall of Famers and all the best of those divisions, and came out not just undefeated, but he beat all of them. Like there's no draws on his resume. There's no contest on his resume. There's none of that. There's a straight wins. Like the man just straight smoked everybody. All right. Until you find somebody like that, okay, somebody who started off at the age of about 21, he was world champion, and at the age of 38 was still world champion. Okay. Listen, man. Listen. When it comes to boxing, this man knows that sport inside and out. He knows every aspect of the sport. Okay, it's just what it is. He's just a scientist. Okay, so you know they try to tell me about the great Sugar Ray Robinson. Look, man, look. I respect Sugar Ray Robinson, but I'm gonna tell you like it is. Floyd would beat him. Why? I'm gonna say it again. Sugar Ray Robinson still gets hit. He don't have the defense of a Floyd Mayweather. His defense is his feet, and he like to block punches and ride punches. That's it. And that's a lot. Don't get me twisted, but he gets hit. He gets dropped. Okay? He got dropped by Rocky Graciano. Okay? He got dropped by Jake LaMotta. Okay? He got dropped by, listen, I'm just telling you what it is. He got dropped by what's this guy's name? Gene Fullmer. Okay? This man get dropped because he get caught. Okay? So he don't have that great defense. He have great defense, but he don't have that great defense. He don't have a Pernell Whitaker defense. He don't have a Floyd Mayweather defense. He don't have a Nicolino Loesch defense. He don't have James Toney defense. Okay? He don't have a Mike McCallum defense. He don't. Okay? He got great defense, but he don't have that kind of defense. He don't have a Charlie Burley defense. He don't have that kind of defense. Not only does he not have that kind of defense, he don't have that defensive responsibility like Charlie Burley, his contemporary. He don't have that defensive responsibility like a Floyd Mayweather, like a Pernell Whitaker, like a Mike McCallum. I wouldn't say too much James Toney. The reason is he's limited by how he moves his feet. What I mean by that is James Toney sometimes don't respect distance. That way he get dropped with the jab or drop with the left hook because he stay in position and just snap back. And so you could knock him off balance that way, right? But James Toney never been stopped. Mike McCallum's never been stopped. Okay, Pernell Whitaker's been stopped technically, so I gotta give him that. But really, it was the last fight of his career, and he broke his collarbone, and that's how the fight was stopped. Okay, it was from a punch, but he still broke his collarbone, and he couldn't continue. Okay, but it's a technicality. Okay, but like I said before, you got to listen to beat Floyd Mayweather. You got to have that kind of defense. Okay, he got to miss. You got to make him miss, and then you got to make him pay. If you can't do that, he gonna win. Floyd will tell you, if I can get my jab into you, if I can hit you with my jab, the game is already over. All right, this is what it is. So Sugar Ray Robinson's great fighter, smart fighter, great fighter. For his time, excellent. But Sugar Ray Leonard would beat him. Sugar Ray Leonard would beat him. And Floyd would beat Sugar Ray Leonard. And Pernell Whitaker would beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay? They would beat him. Exciting fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard. Smart fighter. But he just don't have them kind of tools, that kind of footwork. It's the footwork of Pernell. It's the footwork of Floyd. He can't beat him. He just can't. He can't beat him. Right? All things are possible. He have a puncher's chance. He can't beat him. All right? Them guys got magic. Them guys got magic in their step. They can confuffle you. They can confuse you. They can make you wonder and second guess and doubt yourself. You can go as strong, hard, and brave as you want. You can do the Marcus Maidana on them. They're going to tag your ass up. All you know, you getting tattooed, and then you had to tackle them or hit them a low blow or butt them or bite them to get a break. Now, when they start getting going, they're getting going. You know what I'm saying? And Whitaker was bad with it, too. Okay? Anyways, man, I was just talking about Marcus Maidana, and I'm excited about Marcus Maidana. But see, like I said before, and I will say it again, even guys like Roy Jones Jr. are special guys. He don't got the defense of a Floyd Mayweather, okay? He don't have a defense of a Pernell Whitaker, okay? But he's special because his offense is beautiful and his movement is interesting. It's his movement that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? That unusual serpentine movement, that unusual feinting movement, that unusual quick step movement. Small little steps, chip, 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 almost like a little duck. And you leaning in and just quick steps, quick steps. Sugar Ray Robinson ain't know nothing about that. He don't. He know about the shuffle, right? Go up on his toes and shuffle, then come back down, settle down. He might plant in front of you for a second. You know, he change up his rhythms too, all right? But this, what I'm talking about, is next level. We're talking next level, and y'all don't seem to understand what I'm saying. Sugar Ray Leonard don't know nothing about that either. That quick movement, that small, quick movement, those small little pivots make a big difference in the whole entire fight. Yeah, small little pivots, you know? Stealing on the guy, stealing the angle on the guy, it's called. You know? I talked about mixing it up. Floyd mixes up. He change it up. Change up the game. Mix it up. Change it up. And y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. You see? Leonard don't understand that either. Because Leonard not used to that. He faced guys, you know, like even Hearns. Hearns didn't mix it up. He didn't change it up. He didn't change the rhythm. He didn't change the distance. He didn't change the range. He didn't throw a bunch of feints. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's a totally different game. That's a whole other level. Ray Leonard don't know nothing about that. Sugar Ray Robinson don't know nothing about that. They change it up too, but not that kind of way. Not that kind of way. You see? They had special effects too, but not that kind of way. You understand? And that's the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. When I start to talk the boxing aspect of it, or sweet science, this is what these guys say. Well, we can't go into skills. We mustn't talk about skill. That's the foundation of boxing. How to throw a jab is a skill. It's a skill, right? It's a required skill. Some people got it naturally, so they just do it. But it's a skill nonetheless. You have to be taught these different things, okay? And when you've been taught since a 2-year-old how to throw a jab in a right hand, you already know how to do a two-piece at 2. At 2 years of age, you hitting the doorknob with a jab and a two-piece. You hit him with a jab right hand and timing that shit and hitting the doorknob. You 2 years old, man. And you're intuitively hitting doorknobs. You come out the womb punching. It's different. It's different. Because in that very ring, we're going to talk about it now. So Floyd was telling Devin a huge gem when they was training. Something I'm saying to you guys for a long time, but then he validated it by actually saying it to Devin. He said a couple things to Devin that was just powerful. But so he was throwing some hooks, and Devin had to roll under the hooks, and he was rolling weak side. But Floyd was making him roll weak side both ways. Once the guy hooked, he made him roll under the hook. Roll under the hip hook and close into the guy's body. But hear what Floyd said to Devin. He said, don't just roll under. You got to feel what your opponent's doing. You got to be reading your opponent. You got to read when I'm throwing the hook. You got to read my body. He said you got to learn how to read. You got to learn how to read your opponent's body. Read your opponent's movements. And just trust your intuition and go with that. I was crazy. That's next level shit. Now, I'm not saying that Sugar Ray Leonard didn't have some of that. Muhammad Ali obviously had that. I'm not saying James Toney had that. You know, Sugar Ray Robinson had it. But what Floyd is saying is powerful, because Floyd is saying in training, listen to me now carefully. Now, usually in training, see, Floyd is giving the understanding with the movement in this case. Floyd is giving pads, but he's not just giving pads. He's giving the understanding behind the pads. You dig? So he's breaking it down into sections and giving you the understanding behind the pad work. I'm going to combine something else. I talked about this before, but Floyd actually said it. Okay? Floyd allowed Devin to throw the jab, and Floyd was slipping the jab. And then Floyd slid in and bumped Devin with his shoulder on the inside, showing that you could literally slide in off a jab. So the guy throws a jab, and he showed how you close the distance on a guy. And I was explaining to you guys, and you guys never quite understood me, why Floyd could beat a Thomas the Hitman Hearns is because Floyd has that ability with his stance. And I told y'all that, the inbuilt defense in the stance, where his stance is so strong, and that's something that Errol Spence also has, because he has a very strong stance. His stance is so strong, he literally bump you with the shoulder and knock you back. Literally knock you back with his shoulder. That's almost like a punch, right? The way how he slid in and he hit Devin underneath the arm, and Devin went backwards, right? Showed what we call bumping a guy with the shoulder. That's how you can bump a guy off of you. All kinds of things you can do with that, right? You can do inside work, bump him, get enough space, throw the hook, right? But the point is, Floyd was showing the stance, but there was more to it. Floyd was showing you how when you read a guy, it's about reading the guy. It looked easy, but it wasn't easy what he just did. One, he was reading Devin. He was reading what Devin was going to do, how he was going to throw his jab, the level at which he was throwing his jab. Floyd, when he throws his hooks, he throw it the normal way that you throw a hook, so Devin get under it, because he wants Devin to squat into the stance. He wants Devin, see, when you do a lot of squats, you get really strong in your base. and get a really strong stance so you can dip really low. But not only that, when you move with that dip, you have so much power in the squat that you could literally ram a guy and knock him. It's almost like a punch. You body the guy, and when you body the guy's like he got hit with a blow. And so what Floyd was teaching Devin, what I was trying to tell you all along about Floyd Mayweather, he got a really strong stance. His base, it's all about your stance and your footwork. You got to have that in boxing. It's like critical. All right. If you don't have a strong stance, you're not going to last long. You're not going to do very well in boxing. You know, Thomas Hearns reached very far with a very weak stance. Thomas Hearns did not have a strong base. He was a hell of a puncher, and he technically was throwing very well to knock people out, but he did not have a very, very strong base. If you have a strong stance and you have really good body, because Floyd does a lot of crunches and ab work and all that stuff, so he has a strong core. His core is very strong. Thomas Hearns didn't have a very strong core. The strength of a fighter is based in the core, their core body strength. That's where your chin and everything else come from. Your stamina, your strength, your endurance, everything come from your core. And you can see that Floyd, even at 42 years of age, has a very strong core. All right? And he's trying to get Devin to get that strong core. Devin's not that strong yet, of course. Obviously, he doesn't have his man strength and all of that. But also his core is not as strong. And Floyd keep on making him throw those low dipping hooks all the time to, again, torque him and also to build that core. Because he had to squat. You got to get low to get those hooks off. And what Floyd's trying to get Devin to do a lot more, if I realize, is get low. Even when he's making him get under the hooks and then pivot off and outside pivot or inside pivot, even when he's getting him to throw the hooks, he wants him to squat low because he wants him to build that core body strength and get that strength out of his feet as well in the stance. But it has to be intuitive what he's doing as well. He's got to read Floyd. So Floyd was hooking him left, he was hooking him right, and he's making Devin roll under and around him, but close into him. So you always try to close the distance on your opponent. You always try to close the distance on your opponent. When you're rolling under or anything, you're trying to, if you throw a punch, try to close the distance on your opponent and smother them. Or you're evasive. It's an evasive maneuver, but you're in punching range. He told Devin, you always got to be there in the pocket to engage. You're always there to throw. He said you can't pivot out of the way as if you're trying to get away. You're not trying to get away. You're always trying to be present. You're always trying to be there. And it was advice that was really powerful. And he was explaining, if you can read when you can read any fighter, you can read their body language, you will straight up kill it, because it means nothing they do you don't have an answer for. In fact, you have the answer even before they do it, because you read the language, you read what it was going to do. You know, and that's something that what Floyd is telling you. That's why a lot of fighters say, man, Floyd, it's like he knows what I'm going to do before I do it. So I have no momentum. I have no momentum to do nothing. He shuts everything down before it even starts. So I ain't got no momentum. So some of the action-packed fighters, you know, fighters like Robert Guerrero, who mauled up Andre Berto and was beating the shit out of him. He couldn't get his punches off. He can get shit off. Every time he was about to do something, Floyd already tagged him. I'm gone, right? And so he couldn't get nothing off. I remember in the 11th round, Pacquiao was trying to chase him down Floyd and shit. He was about to throw a punch. Bop! he got bop upside the head before he could throw the punch. And then he throws another one. Bop! It's because Floyd already knows what he's going to do. He read him like a book. He knows what he's going to do next, right? And then the Pacquiao, he be slowing down, right? Because mentally he's wearing out because he can't get Floyd, and then physically he's tiring because he's expending all this energy, and he's getting tagged for it in critical places, particularly his breadbasket. He's constantly getting tagged, constantly getting jabbed to the stomach. Right? And on the inside, working the body, clench him up. I'm hitting him to the body. I'm hitting him to the body all the time. Body work, body work, body work. Right? What does that do? It wears down a fighter. If that fight was going 15 rounds, Pacquiao would get stopped. It was a 15 round. Because Pacquiao was done by the 11th round. He was done. Okay, and the 12th round, he was done. He was done. You know, and that was going 15 rounds. Pacquiao would have been in problems because Floyd would have just Muhammad Ali bashed him up because Floyd can throw 7-punch combinations and 8-punch combinations. And he was showing that to Devin Haney when Devin Haney was trying to throw the 6-punch combination. Floyd said, "Oh, you trying to throw a 6-punch combination? You do it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's how you do it." And he was showing him how to do it. Floyd, if anybody know Pretty Boy Floyd, he throw a lot of combinations, right? Money Mayweather is Pretty Boy Floyd, okay? He just don't do that no more. He decided, nah, I'm gonna hit him with a nice solid shot here. I'm gonna change it up. I'm just gonna catch him with a shot here. And the fact that he varies the speed and the power of his punches makes him even more unpredictable. You don't know if he's just gonna touch you. You don't know if he's gonna bang you. You don't know what he's gonna do. See? And that's the thing with Floyd. That's what made Floyd so difficult to beat, because it was like, not only can he anticipate you, but you can't read him. You can't read him. And that's why I explain to people, Sugar Ray Leonard would be so fucking confused by the end of the fight. Sugar Ray Leonard would wonder what the fuck I just did. What the fuck kind of fight was I in? Because I can't get my shit off. When I do throw something, I miss. And I'm getting bopped upside the head, okay? I'm getting hit in my body. I'm getting hit up upside my head. I can't get no momentum going. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what would happen, okay? So, you know, and Floyd would have to step on Leonard. Even though Leonard would be quicker than him and even faster than him, all that speed wouldn't mean shit. Because you can't get Floyd timing. So, you know, it's just what it is. Ask Zab Judah. Zab Judah is still so confused. He thinks he won the fight against Mayweather. Back to what I was saying. So the gems that I was looking at is how Mayweather's talking about stance. And you can see he's trying to get Devin Haney. That's why he keep on giving him these low hooks, double hooks, and single hooks on either side. He wants Devin Haney to pivot and shift rapidly and throw those hooks, because he's trying to get him to get the core body strength going, build him up stronger and stronger with the hooks to the body. And you notice Floyd ripped the hook by a delayed punch. So he looped the punch a bit, he arced the punch a bit to get the more power into the punch, you know. And so Devin don't have broken up hands. He got good hands. I mean, he did damage a rotator cuff, but he pretty much got good hands. You can see he's young, he's strong. He hasn't come into his man strength yet. And I think that Floyd's trying to teach Devin this sweet science aspect of it, which is awareness. And then he's trying to build up his core body strength. So he's going to have him squatting all the time and dipping all the time and rolling under all the time. You know, you're going to have him, you know, even if he's slipping, you got to slip and change levels. Sit into the stance and change levels. So why? Because you get power behind that. When you squat, you get more power in your stance. Your stance is stronger because you squat. You see? And aside from that, by changing the level, you just change the whole angle. So the guy would throw a jab and it's way over you. And you can do whatever you want with him. You know, you don't even have to throw a punch. You know, and you don't have to stay at range. You can now close the distance on that jab. You know. And so that's what Floyd kind of is showing Devin. And I think it's just incredible, because that stuff is priceless. They don't train fighters to do that. They train fighters to, you know, squat under punches and slip and stuff, but they're not showing them the power that you generate just by dipping, right? That's why some fighters go low and then come up high, because you get so much more power rising up from a squat, right? So the lower, look at Errol Spence. That's what gives him his power and his strength. Even all the power punching he do is because he's in a squat stance, a really nice, and he can dip really super low. And that's where you generate all that torque and power, you know, because the feet now are so planted so well that it's a solid stance. You know what I mean? I want to talk about, like I said before, now I remember, we're talking about Jamal Charlo, the middleweight division. Jamal Charlo, probably a prospect that Jamal might face. Either Eubank Jr. He was talking about chasing down David Benavidez. Going up 168, face Devin Benavidez, take his championship belt. You know, all of that's good, man. I would like to see Jamal Charlo do something like that, because at middleweight, he's fought some guys, but I really am not impressed by who he faced at middleweight. It's about time he faced somebody at middleweight, whether it's Chris Eubank Jr., whether it's, you know, all the other guys in the zone that are, you know, marquee middleweights. From, you know, Demetrius Andrade to Derevchenko to Triple G to Canelo. They were saying that Canelo and Triple G's out of the question. Listen, you can't say Canelo and Triple G's out of the question. Triple G faced a dude named, what's his name? The guy from Trinidad, my country, undefeated fighter. He faced him. So if he can face him, obviously he can face Jamal Charlo. Don't tell me is what Charlo did lately. No, I don't want to hear that. He's WBC champion. So Triple G could unify with him. Okay? And don't tell me that Canelo can't face Jamal Charlo either. That's dumb. You know? Why can't he face Jamal Charlo? Jamal Charlo hasn't done nothing no middleweight. Well, listen, man. If that's the case, then Canelo, when he faced what's the dude name? I don't even remember. Rocky Fielding. Okay? Rocky Fielding. What did Rocky Fielding do to deserve a fight with Canelo? Nothing. Okay? Nothing. He's just a DAZN fighter. Okay? So if Rocky Fielding could get a fight with Canelo, why can't Jamal Charlo? And Rocky Fielding wasn't the real champion. The real champion is Callum Smith. I mean, come on now. Right? So, Callum Smith beat Rocky Fielding. So, Canelo should have faced Callum Smith. You know what I mean? So, we can't go there. We can't go there with that kind of stuff. We need to realize Canelo can face Jamal Charlo. And if he does, that would be a great thing. He can face Demetrius Andrade. And Demetrius Andrade. Who was Demetrius Andrade face? Well, that's a little too late. We're a little too late for that now. Who did Rocky Fielding face to deserve a Canelo fight? Okay? You telling me that Demetrius Andrade is worse than Rocky Fielding? Come on now. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that talk. You guys need to stop trying to protect fighters, because Canelo ain't asked you to protect them. Okay? And let the fighters face the opponents who they should have faced weight classes before. Okay? Demetrius Andrade became a world champion at 168, at 160, as he was at 154. And Jamal Charlo became a world champion at 160, as he did at 154. It was mandatory for Canelo, and Canelo has not faced him. Instead, choosing to go the route of facing Sergey Kovalev. That's not a bad fight, but I mean, you faced Rocky Fielding before, so don't tell me you can't face Jamal Charlo, and don't tell me you can't face Demetrius Andrade. Don't tell me that. All right? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that styles are boring. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. Okay? Because they're in a position where you should face them again. They are world champions the second time around. They were world champions at 154. You did not face them then. They are world champions again at 160. And you telling me you're not going to face them again? So I don't buy that. I'm not saying Canelo ducks or dodges anybody, okay? Because he didn't. But I'm saying, don't tell me that they need to get something boosted on their resume and they need to face each other. Listen, man. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see them face each other. I have a problem with that. But don't tell me that the Canelo fight is not possible at this time because they don't have a full resume. When he's facing a Rocky Fielding, or he's facing a Liam Smith, okay? Don't tell me that. All right? If Canelo had only faced top tier guys, then I can't say anything. But Liam Smith, who did Liam Smith beat? Who did Rocky Fielding beat for Canelo to face them? Right? So you can't go with that. Who did I don't even know what the guy's name is. I can't even remember the guy's name. Triple G's Bum of the Month Club. The dude who was the Bum of the Month Club that faced Triple G, right? Who did he face to deserve a Triple G fight? Okay? So we can't go there. Derevyanchenko. I would love to see him face Jamal Charlo or Demetrius Andrade. I don't have a problem with Demetrius Andrade facing Derevyanchenko. I don't. And I think if he beats Derevyanchenko by now, after beating a number of Danny Jacobs' opponents who he beat, by now they should give him the respect to give him a fight, because Derevyanchenko gave Triple G a tough ass fight. And people said, well, Triple G was old. And is that my fault that he was old? What does that have to do with anything? Okay? So, you know, let's see how Derevyanchenko can do against Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody can say anything about Demetrius Andrade because he tried to make fights with all them guys. Okay? And they turned him down. Okay? For whatever reason. That was the third topic. If you guys ain't got nothing else to say, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, Dom was saying a couple things. All right, okay. So Dom said, where's Chino at in weight? I don't know. Probably 160. He looked like he's 160. 147 not that far away. That's a good weight right there. Dom says, Tank is very fortunate to have Floyd. Absolutely. Absolutely. He is extremely fortunate to have Floyd as his promoter and a guy that cares about him. And Floyd going through his ish. You know what I'm saying? Floyd has, you know, a lot of things on his mind. So training Devin Haney is just really, really good for him, therapeutic, etc. So, I mean, and he in the gym. The boy be staying in the gym. And he's pouring all his energies into Devin Haney and the other guys he's training, because he's training some other guys too, including Raleigh Romero. Dom said, unless Gervonta is planning to go his own way now. That would be dumb. That'd be dumb. I would stay with Mayweather Promotions. They're doing a good job with him. So I don't see why he would want to go somewhere else. Unless he's jealous of Devin Haney being trained by Floyd. Then that'd be dumb. Every man got to go his own road, got to do his own lane. All he has to do is take what Floyd is saying at heart, get his ass down in Vegas, you know, still stay with his coach, Calvin. Coach Calvin's a hell of a coach. You know, take his training from Coach Calvin as well, but stay disciplined. He needs to discipline his own self. He needs to have a discipline in his own mind. You know, how he said, you know what, I'm going to have to cut ties with Adrian Broner. That's a good idea. You know, I'm not saying cut him off completely because he's your mentor. You can't cut off your mentors. But you need to stop taking advice from Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner give you bad advice, man. Look at where Adrian Broner's at right now. Okay, yeah, he fought divisional champion, but now he talking about he not going to box again. Okay, so is that the road you want to go? I don't think so. So if I was Tank, I think Tank is doing the right thing by saying, hey, man, you better pull up your straps. Otherwise, Ninja, I can't ride with you. You know what I'm saying? And go with where the ones that actually were legends and successful in boxing. Because Adrian Broner right now, he playing a fool. So Tank need to, you know, because Adrian Broner, he's on his rap thing and rap career and stuff. Okay, Tank ain't on no rap career. Wish Adrian Broner the best. And get your ass down in Vegas and check out Floyd and get your work in. You know what I'm saying? Get your work in. If Devin Haney ain't working, you need to get more work in with him. You know, compete with him for work. But you need to get your ass down in Vegas when you can. I think they should be able to travel by now. Drive your ass down to Vegas. I don't care. We get down there, see what the scene really is, what's really going on, and then get your work in. Start working in the Mayweather gym. And then go back down to Baltimore with Coach Calvin and work in his gym. And stay in every single gym you can stay in. You know what I mean? Just be a gym rat. Be a gym rat. Dedicate your life to your craft. You love your daughter, you love your woman, then dedicate yourself to boxing now. Stay focused. All right? You got your family, but they got to understand, you know, that You know, as much as I love, as much as you love them, this is for them. You got to dedicate yourself. You are a boxer. You not no normal civilian. You're a boxer. You dedicated yourself to your craft. This is why you reached this far. You got to continue to dedicate yourself even more, because guess what? The target spot's on you all day long. And the more popular you get is the more you got to dedicate yourself to your craft. You got to outwork everybody. And that's something that Tank Adrian said it in regret. He said, I wish I had the work ethic of Floyd and I was working as hard as he was working. Well, Tank got the opportunity of a lifetime. He can't be sitting on his ass just, you know, chilling with family and too comfortable. You saw Deontay Wilder was too comfortable, and see what happened to him with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was working his butt off. He wasn't nowhere near his family. And Tank needed to be nowhere near his family. And that's just the way the reality is going to be for the next couple of years. You know, when you get to see your daughter, cherish the moments. When you get to see a woman, cherish the moments. But other than that, you working. You got to work. You got to have that passion and zeal to be the best. You got to show that you really want to be the best. You got all the talent, all the skill, all the God gifting, but you got to want to be the best. You can't just be comfortable now. You can't be comfortable. You got to fight like you still broke, and you still fighting to get up that chain. You still up in Baltimore. You still struggling in that gym, trying to stay away from crowd. You got to get motivated. You got to want it. But if you cool and you good and you don't need to take advice from nobody and you just good because you have all your talent and skill and you want to go your way, but go your way. Nobody say no. Hey, a lot of people made it their way, okay? So if he wants to make it his way with his identity, more power to him. But one thing he need to do is he got to stay focused and disciplined. If there's anything you need to take from Floyd Mayweather, is his work ethic. You got to work your ass off. Outwork everybody. Work your ass off. And keep working your ass off. And stay ready. All right? And fine-tune those skills and hone those skills and add to the skills. And anything anybody give you advice that's worth the while, then take it. And how you know it's worth the while? Watching the person's life. Where they're at in their life at the moment. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're giving you bad advice. Sometimes they give you good advice, but their life is in the crapper because they learned from their experience, and they telling you from experience, don't go this way, right? Because Adrian Broner, he's a guy that gives good advice at times too. You know, he did it to Keith Thurman, etc. So, but the problem with Adrian is you can't look at him as a role model in terms of boxing right now, because he's not on boxing. Not on boxing. So you have to get the role models who are on boxing. I don't know why, but the ideal person is Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know why Adrian Broner, Javante, he I don't understand it, man. You know, he has it made for him. He has it made for him. You know, he has it made. You're not gonna get it easier than this. You know, it's set up for him. But maybe he's getting it too easy. Maybe he need to work for it. I don't know. But he need to understand you're not the only one. You're not this special one alone. You're not the only one standing alone. There's lots of other guys out there. And you got to work harder than all of them. And smarter than all of them. And Flo was trying to give him that. So I don't know if he understands what you know. I don't know if he understands what he has. You know, if he wants to break up with Floyd and Mayweather Promotions go his own way, okay, more power to you, brother. You know, we saw what happened with Luis Arias. You know, Luis the Cuba Arias. He ain't doing that great. He broke up and went his way. Well, they kind of put him away, actually. But he's making his way. He got some championship fights. He got some contender fights. But he didn't do that great against them guys. All right. He just got recently beat. You know, but he trying. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know when you got something good right there. And, man, suck the daylights out of that thing. You know, take the opportunity to learn as much as you can as a sponge, because these people are pouring into you as much of themselves as they can so you can be better than them. They want you to be better than them. You know? You got to see that. And be smart enough to know when these guys, they really have your interest. And they're not going to tell you everything that you want to hear, though. You know? It is what it is. Unless Javante is planning to go his own way. Dom says, and was Tank just joking when he called out Floyd? I don't know what the hell he was. I don't know. Immaturity. I call that. I call that immaturity. I call that when you're not smart enough to just zip it and watch and see what's happening. Don't say no more. You said your piece. I don't know if I'll go down to Vegas anymore. All right, just shut up now. And he didn't know how to do that. So just immaturity. You know, young, and he's still learning. He's still growing. So that's how I look at it. Because if you're really paying attention, Tank is in the wrong there all the way through. Mayweather's not his trainer. So why is he worried about Devin Haney? And why doesn't he don't want to go down to Vegas and get trained by him? He's his promoter. And people talking about, oh, he's training Javante's opposition. Dude, the man's a trainer now. So he's free to train whoever he wants. He has his promoter hat and he has his trainer hat. If he decides to train, who knows? If he tries to train Canelo or Ryan Garcia, if he decides to train Ryan Garcia, okay? He can do that. He's a trainer. Yeah, he don't promote Ryan Garcia, but if he's training him, he's training him. It's two different hats. And Javante need to stop getting his hurt feelings about that. Yeah, Devin Haney and him went to and fro once. But that has nothing to do with Floyd training Devin Haney. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. That's a different hat. And so Javante, he just needs to do what he do. If he wants to get parts of those jams, Floyd will give him to him. Floyd will give it to him. You know, but you can't be turning down opportunities and somebody else gets that opportunity that you turn down and you mad. You know, you can't be mad. You know, you can't be mad. You turned it down. Okay, so I don't even understand what Javante, why he talking about facing Floyd, and he would face Floyd in the ring and he face Devin Haney in the ring, beat both of them the same day. Dude, we don't need that. We don't need that. That's just immature stuff. You still promoted by them, and they've been promoting you well, and you've been doing well, and you're still undefeated, and you won all your fights. And you're knocking out opponents. You're looking good. So what's your problem? Yeah. So that's it. If you guys got no more stuff to say, I'm going to give you guys peace out for now. But the sweet science of boxing is always fun, man. Sweet science, baby. It's the only way to go. You know, I'm what you need. Watch my channel. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like it, share it, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can donate if you wish via Western Union or MoneyGram. Peace.